بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين نحمده ونسبحه ونقدسه ونشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأن سيدنا محمدا عبده ورسوله أرسله بالهدى ودين الحق ليظهره على الدين كله اللهم صل وسلم وبارك وترحم على محمد وآل محمد كأفضل ما صليت وسلمت وباركت وترحمت على إبراهيم وآل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد وصل اللهم وسلم على خلفاء نبيك وأوصيائه وأهل بيته وأحبته علي أمير المؤمنين وقائد الغر المحجلين وعلى البضعة الطاهرة فاطمة الزهراء سيدة نساء العالمين وعلى سبطي نبي الرحمة وسيدي شباب أهل الجنة الحسن والحسين عليهم السلام وعلى علي بن الحسين ومحمد بن علي وجعفر بن محمد وموسى بن جعفر وعلي بن موسى ومحمد بن علي وعلي بن محمد والحسن بن علي والخلف الهادي المهدي عجل الله تعالى فرجه وسهل مخرجه وجعلنا من أنصاره وأعوانه عباد الله أوصيكم وأوصي نفسي بتقوى الله ولزوم أمره. 3 important events that took place during this week, and I am going to have a brief comment on them. Number one, we condemn the attack on the innocent people in Sri Lanka that lost their lives in churches on a holiday, the Easter Sunday, and in some hotels. Almost 350 people lost their lives, among them women, children, elderly worshippers. We condemn those who are behind this, not only ISIS, which is a Saudi organization driven by Wahhabi thoughts, but those who sponsor them, those who protect them. Thousands of ISIS were able to escape from Raqqa, Syria, under the watch of the American army. They allowed them to evacuate the city with their families. There are many governments that are sponsoring them. They are pitting the Christians against the Muslims. One day there is an attack in a Christchurch by someone who calls himself white Christian against the Muslims. Another day there is an attack by a radical terrorist Muslim against the Christians, pitting them against each other. They enjoy seeing Christians killing Muslims, Muslims killing Christians. Let them get busy killing each other. And we sell them the weapon. We enjoy seeing families being shattered, countries being shattered, innocent people being killed, churches, mosques being destroyed. They enjoy this. Let's keep them busy. It's a conspiracy against the humanity. And the victims are ordinary people. They could be Muslims, they could be Christians, Catholics, others. We condemn this. I mentioned many times, I personally, Moustafa Al-Qazwini, consider an attack on any church is an attack on a mosque, Islamic mosque. Places of worship are respected and defended in Islam. وَلَوْلَا دَفْعُ اللَّهِ النَّاسَ بَعْضَهُمْ بِبَعْضٍ لَهُدِّمَتْ صَوَامِعُ وَبِيَعُ وَصَلَوَاتٌ وَمَسَاجِدُ يُذْكَرُ فِيهَا اسْمُ اللَّهِ كَثِيرًا. Places of worship are respected. We don't interfere in people's faith. This is their business. They want to worship God, ahlan wa sahlan. They want to worship someone else, ahlan wa sahlan. They have a free choice. We don't go and destroy their churches, their temples, their synagogues. They are respected in Islam. I myself, whenever I enter any cathedral, any church, I enter that place with honor and respect. I respect the place. That is the first. The second is we reject the new sanctions of this administration against Iran. This administration is not helping the people. This administration is only defending despotic regimes, barbaric regimes, like Saudi Arabia, like other regimes. They are not standing with the people. And these sanctions, renewed sanctions on Iranian oil, on Iranian people, is not going to hurt the regime. It's going to hurt the ordinary people of Iran, who have been suffering for so many decades. I've seen what sanctions did to Iraq. They placed sanctions on Saddam Hussein, but the people of Iraq went hungry. They starved to death. The people of Iraq did not have food or safe water to drink or medicine. At that time, where America and Europe placed their sanctions on Saddam, Saddam was busy building 80 palaces, 80 huge palaces throughout the whole country, from north to south, during that period of sanction. Can you imagine? It did not hurt him. Saddam and his cronies, his regime, did not suffer. The ordinary people suffered. Now the ordinary people of Venezuela are suffering from the American sanctions. Yesterday there was a report that thousands of people died in Venezuela because of the American sanctions. So people pay the price. Don't punish the people. This is not good. This is an act, a sheer act of aggression and injustice against the people of Iran when you place sanctions on them. And we reject that and we condemn that. Pompeo, you are wrong. Trump, you are wrong when you do this. The third event is the cruel and barbaric execution of 37 people 2 days ago in Saudi Arabia, in Hijaz. 33 of them, 33 of those who lost their lives were innocent followers of Ahl al-Bayt in the eastern province and the city of Medina al-Munawwara. One of them was 15 years old when they captured him. The other was 16 years old, juvenile. They were beheaded by the regime, a regime which is supported by this administration, a regime, barbaric, despotic, tribal, backward regime of Mohammed ibn Salman, which is supported and helped and encouraged by this administration here. This is a crime against humanity. The only crime those people had is that they asked for more freedom, more dignity, more human rights, more democracy. Is this wrong? Is this wrong to ask for more freedom? Intellectual freedom, religious freedom? The Shia people in Saudi Arabia, who make almost 20 to 25% of the population, are treated as second-hand, second-class citizens. First time I went to that region was 45 years ago. I witnessed when I was a child how those people are mistreated. 45 years ago, I witnessed firsthand. When I went to Qatif and Dammam and Tarut and Safwa and other cities, how they are mistreated. They have the oil underneath their feet, the entire oil of the kingdom. But they are the least people that benefit from that treasure. They are deprived. This is how they treat their citizens, because they differ with them in ideology. And by the way, I've said this many times, and I repeat this. The finest people among the Arab and Muslim countries in that region are the Shia of Saudi Arabia, are the Shia of Hijaz and Medina. The finest, the most noble, the most dedicated, the most sincere. And they have been tortured. Many of those, according to human rights organizations, they were tortured. Confession was extracted under torture with sham trials, fake trials. Those who killed Khashoggi are still at large. Can you imagine? Did you hear that they were imprisoned? They were punished? They are still at large. On the other hand, people who are honest, they want to build their societies, their homes. They don't have jobs. They don't have jobs. They are treated as second-class citizens in their own land, in their own soil. They are not foreigners. They are the original people of that land. They have to bear this barbaric treatment of Mohammed ibn Salman under the eyes and the watch of this administration. America has to redefine its relationship with those despotic regimes. Otherwise, we have to pay the price. America has to focus, rather than supporting Mohammed ibn Salman and Mohammed ibn Zayed and other despots, barbaric leaders, focus on your own problem here. Focus on education, healthcare, the homeless, the growing number of homeless people we have in this country, on the immigrants, the immigration issue, on crimes, on drugs, on the youth in America. This is what we have to tend to, not to support other dictators elsewhere. We strongly stand with those martyrs, shuhada, that left their families and their communities and left this earth. They went back to God. We stand with them, with their families, in solidarity. Their pain is our pain. We weep for those mothers who lost their innocent children just because they asked for more freedom, more democracy, more human rights. We stand with them, and we will stand with them. And my friends, let me conclude by saying, those of you who have been to Hajj one time or more in your life, you should not go to Hajj anymore. Those of you who have been to Umrah in the past many times, you should not go to Umrah anymore. I'm responsible for what I'm saying. I was a Hajj addict. I would get sick if I miss one season. I would really get sick and depressed. But I am happy and I am honored that I've stopped going to Hajj for the last 4 seasons. Why? Because Hajj is being captivated and used and manipulated by Al Saud, this wicked family. I'm not going to support them anymore. I'm not going to spend a penny of my money in Mecca or Medina. So it is turned into weapons to kill the Yemenis, to kill the people of Hijaz, to kill the people of Bahrain, to kill the people of Libya and other places, or Syria or Iraq. I'm not going to contribute. If you have been to Hajj and Umrah, stop going. God does not want you to worship Him in the wrong way. When you worship God, worship Him in the right way. Don't support this regime. This regime has to be boycotted by all governments and all Muslims worldwide until they collapse, inshallah. One who did not believe that Saddam Hussein will go one day. He took 15 members of my family, including my grandfather, who was killed at the age of 82. 82. I didn't believe that during my lifetime I will see the downfall of Saddam Hussein. But God gives us a promise that don't lose hope. I promise you we will see the downfall of Al Saud, inshallah. And with them the downfall of all the corruption and mischief in the land, inshallah ta'ala. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Inna Allah ya'muru bil-'adli wal-ihsani wa ita'i dhil qurba wa yanha 'anil fahsha'i wal-munkari wal-baghi يعظكم لعلكم تذكرون اللهم اغفر للمؤمنين والمؤمنات والمسلمين والمسلمات الأحياء منهم والأموات تابع اللهم بيننا وبينهم بالخيرات إنك مجيب الدعوات إنك غافر الخطيئات اللهم من على المسلمين بالوحدة والعافية والسلامة يا أرحم الراحمين وعجل في فرج سيدنا ومولانا صاحب العصر والزمان وإلى أرواح المؤمنين والمؤمنات ثواب الفاتحة مع الصلاة على محمد وآل محمد